Okay, one more example. This time I'm jumping ahead to number 17, and there's a bunch of questions here that involve basically asking questions, what's going to happen? So in this case we have solid copper metal. It's being dipped into a chromium 3+ solution. We want to know if anything's going to happen. So first thing we have to do is we have to understand that we're adding copper metal to chromium 3+. So it's going to be something along the lines of something along the lines of this. Okay, and we're not sure what the products are. And the reason why, because if we go to our sheet here, we can see that we have a couple of different options for copper metal. And there's two of them right here. So I'm just going to put them both down. So we've got Cu plus E minus going to Cu solid, and that has an E naught value of 0.52 volts. And then we also have Cu2 plus 2 electrons going to copper metal, and that has an E naught potential of 0.34 volts. So both of those reactions as they stand right now give a positive cell potential. The problem is, though, they both have copper metal on the product side. So we would have to flip both of these or multiply by -1, and that would change our potentials to -0.52 and -0.34. So let's just hang on to that for a second. Now we do the same thing for the copper 3+. So again, we look up on the sheet and we can see that there's a copper 3+ right here, and that's plus electron going to copper 2+. That has a negative cell potential. And then if we look on the back page, there's another one at the top here where we have Cr3+ plus 3 electrons going to chromium metal, and that also has a negative cell potential. So right away I know I'm going to have negative E naught values here and here. These are both going to be negative. And then no matter what chromium 3+ reaction I take, I'm also going to have a negative E naught potential. So if I'm adding negatives, I'm going to have an E naught total of a negative voltage. Well, if you remember from the content, if your overall cell potential is negative, the reaction is not going to happen. So there is no reaction. So the question is, what happens? Well, nothing happens.